Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy WattsTV, man, and today we have yet another reaction slash topic video. But before we get into it, real quick announcement. I just want to remind you guys that I am going live tonight, October the 7th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. This is the first spooky stream of the month, so you guys do not want to miss this. I will most definitely be in costume, so pull up. You really don't want to miss this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna talk, we're gonna game, talk about scary shit, whatever. Join the live. You guys are not going to be disappointed. But also, I want to remind you guys to please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel and lets me know that you are rocking with the content. And while you're at it, please do me a favor and follow me on all of my social media platforms. And don't forget to join the Discord. I will have a link in the description down below so that you can join. Okay, so today's topic actually comes from my Discord. Again, join the Discord if you haven't yet. So today's topic comes from the Discord. So one of the individuals who are in the Discord right now, their name is Rai. Sorry, my apologies if I'm pronouncing, your handle wrong. But they sent me the Candace Owens Andrew Tate interview. Now, granted, I've seen multiple clips and I have watched a little bit of this interview, but you guys got to keep in mind, this is 3 hours long. I did not go through everything. I did not. So they actually sent me an interesting part of the interview that they said they wanted me to react to. And apparently Candace Owens and Andrew Tate are specifically talking about therapy. And apparently they are saying a lot of asinine here. So yeah, that's what we are going to cover today. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
As a man, to put that much importance on how you feel, you don't have time to care about it because you have too much to do. This is what I find so remarkable. If I feel sad, I don't think, how do I stop myself? I need to not feel sad. I just go to work. I got stuff to do. I'm a man.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. This is starting off bad. Jesus Christ. Hold on. One more time. Please repeat what you just said, sir.
The whole world's hyper competitive. So you're not allowed almost as a man to put that much importance on how you feel. You don't have time to care about it because you have too much to do. This is what I find so remarkable. If I feel sad, I don't think, how do I stop myself? I need to not feel sad. I just go to work.
If I feel sad, I don't ask myself, how do I stop feeling sad? I just go to work. That might be the worst advice that I have ever heard. That is absolute dog advice. Oh man, it's just, you know what, I'm just baffled because I'm like, this is starting off this bad. Okay, so instead of addressing how you feel just in general, and instead of addressing like your mental health, you ignore it, you bury it under your work. So you put your work on top of your feelings so that you can't think about how you feel. But what happens when you stop working? What happens when you aren't as busy? You're just going to keep finding work. You're going to keep finding things to do to keep yourself busy. You're going to run yourself ragged. And honestly, that's not sustainable. How about you try to figure out the problem at hand instead of burying it under a whole bunch of work and a whole bunch of shit? I feel like that's a lot of people's problems. They never address their issues, so they never get better, but instead they just try to keep themselves busy. That's you masking the problem. That's like, that's like someone taking a shit, right, and spraying Febreze on it. It's just gonna smell like fruity shit at that point. That's not helping the situation. The situation is still present. You didn't throw the shit in the toilet and flush it. You just sprayed Febreze on it, and now you're pretending like it's not there. The problem is still there. Jesus Christ, this is already bad.
Stuff to do. I'm a man. I have things to do every single day.
Also, one more thing. Excuse the hell out of me for being human. Just because you are a man, that does not mean that you are not human. You are going to feel things. You are going to deal with things. You cannot help how you feel and how you handle situations. You seriously cannot, especially when you have like a chemical imbalance in your brain. Okay? You just can't. You can't help how you feel about things. It's fine. We are all human. Stop, and this is the problem, right? People need to stop acting like men are fucking superhumans. Like, yo, my nigga, we got feelings too. We do. We really do. And you can call me beta or whatever, but it's true. Okay, yes, I'm a man, but I mean, I'm still a human being who can actually feel some shit.
Therapy garbage. I can't think of a way faster to ruin your mindset and destroy your ability to resist the perils of life than go into therapy.
and the over diagnoses of everything. It's like, you have this, you have that, and then people take that as an excuse to not ever have to get better.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, now I can be permanent because I realize that I've got this. I went to the doctor and the doctor says that I have this, and so that's the reason why I don't respond. I've got ADHD. I think now it's like 1 in 2 people has ADHD, and that's why I'm not.
Are you f***ing stupid? Is she stupid? Therapy is not meant for you to justify your actions. Therapy is meant for you to get to the root of why you are feeling a certain way or why you are doing things. Okay, it's meant to get to the root so that you can fix them. It's not meant to justify what you are doing and justify your bad behavior. That's not the point of therapy. Now, I'm not saying that people don't do what Candace is specifically saying right here. I'm not saying that, but she's saying that's the point of therapy when it's not. That's just simply untrue. So I'm not even completely disagreeing with Candace here, saying that people essentially use therapy as a crutch, saying, oh, I do this because my therapist said this, and then they continue their bad behavior. I'm not even saying that people are doing that, but that's not the point of therapy. What are you talking about right now? Stop saying shit. These people literally just say shit. We're only a few minutes in. How am I already this triggered? Jesus Christ. Let's continue.
Able to focus and do my homework or complete a task or keep going to the gym every single day. I hate it. It's the self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I really can't think of a quicker way to destroy your mind than go to therapy. Time to waste, Candace, which I don't, because I've been on house arrest long enough, and once I'm out of here, I'm going to enjoy myself. But if I had time to waste, I would love to go to start therapy. I would love to, like, imagine me, Andrew Tate. I'm going to go to a therapist, and she's not going to know who I am, and I'm going to sit there, I'm going to do therapy, and I'm going to do a video. I might actually do this. It's actually a great idea. I might do a video after each therapy about what bullshit it was. And just sitting there talking about, okay, when you were 8, yeah, what happened when you were 8? Because when in your childhood, not everything's because of my childhood. Not everything works that way. Like, it's so asinine. I've actually had conversations with therapists.
Oh my God, these people are so f***ing stupid. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about, you said why is it always about the childhood? Have you ever thought about why therapists often start from your childhood? Like, why is that a good jumping off point? Because a lot of the things that affect adults happened in their early development or their early childhood. It's an easy jumping off point. How was your childhood? How'd your mother treat you? How'd your father treat you? It's very simple. For example, there could be a patient that pushes people away when they get too close to them. That could be because they've always felt some sort of like abandonment as a child. When they got really close with their mother, like the mother left or the father left or whatever. Maybe they got close with an uncle and then the uncle died. Maybe they got really close with a friend and the friendship fell through. I don't know, but this is an example. Keep in mind, this is a very basic example, but that individual may push people away while they're an adult to basically like save themselves, essentially, like some sort of defense mechanism. So before they get too close, they get rid of the people so they don't feel some sort of disappointment. That's a very basic example. But the events that happen in their childhood may be the reason why they are acting the way that they are now. You see what I'm saying? That's why essentially therapists use your childhood as a jumping off point, because it helps them figure out so much. And don't get me wrong, not everyone's issues is because of their childhood, but again, it's a good starting point.
I think twice in my life. I did a TV show in England, and I had to speak to a therapist, and then I think it was another TV show, 2 TV shows, I had to speak to these therapists. And I sat there and said, I don't believe in your science, because in math, 1 + 1 is 2, and we understand that. Whereas,
keep in mind, this is the dude that says he doesn't believe in their science, but this is the same nigga that believes in the Matrix and self-fulfilling prophecies. Get the f out of here. Goober? Like, what? Get the f out of here. You believe in the dumbest. You believe in the Matrix and now self-fulfilling prophecies. I bet you believe in zodiacs, you goober. God.
With what you teach, you can have a guy who doesn't drink alcohol because his dad was an alcoholic, and a guy who is an alcoholic because his dad was an alcoholic. So how can you have the same scenario and 2 completely different outcomes? She goes, oh yeah, but there's general rules.
why did you make me react to this? Why did you make me talk about this? Two things. I can't believe I have to say this because this is common sense. And this is my issue with conservatives and people on the right and the red pillars. Okay. Two things can be true at once. All right. You can have a situation where a male looked at his father constantly drinking and looking at him and says, you know what? I don't want to be like that. And then you have another male that sees his father drinking and literally imitates his same habits. Two things can be true at once. I don't understand why the world has to be so black and white with these people. That's not. There are so many gray areas that we have to work with in life.
You can follow. Then let's end the conversation. I'm not a general person. I'm exceptional. So can we just stop wasting everybody's time here?
He's so
modest.
modest.
All your general rules don't apply to me. I'm smarter than you. What have you achieved? Goodbye.
If Andrew Taint is so smart, why did he have to depend on OnlyFans girls to get rich? He wants to talk about all of his success and everything that he's done, but you needed the help of essentially like hookers, because I mean, you're pimping them out at this point. You need the help of women who you constantly critique to make your business for you. You didn't do this hard work. You didn't make this money. The girls made it for you. And then you took pretty much most of their earnings. So what are we talking about here? What, you're not exceptional. You're a pimp.
Hi, I'm a world champion. See ya. Like it's garbage. And I really do believe, I think there is this mass drive to instill the idea of absolute selfishness in people. I think they're trying to, when I really analyze the ideal citizen they want, the ideal citizen is yes, docile, and yes, he's unique, but he's also ultimately selfish.
So going to therapy and working on yourself is selfish now? Jesus Christ, where are we, dog?
Because then you don't care about community. And I think therapy is a fantastic way to make you selfish. Because that's all you talk about is, what do you talk about? Garbage.
Yeah, why you have the right to act this way, even if you're
Why?
acting.
Oh, you stupid. That's not the point of therapy. Why you have the right to act a certain way. You go to therapy to work on yourself. Saying that going to therapy is one of the most selfish things that you can do is so wild. Just imagine you are freaking suicidal at this point and you want to delete yourself. But these people are telling that person who is ready to delete themselves that they are selfish because they're going to therapy to work on themselves and talk about themselves. What the hell? I don't even know what to say anymore. Going to therapy is selfish? You have people, genuine people out here who are suffering because they feel like they have no one to talk to and they have so much to deal with in their lives and they have no sort of like guidance on how to like essentially deal with their emotions. Therapy is, that's why therapy is here. It's not meant for you to justify bad behavior. It's meant for you to help yourself. It's meant for you to get some goddamn help. So I wonder if they're going to get into the topic of like antidepressants then, because Candace mentions it. She mentions it all the freaking times. Talk about antidepressants. Guys, I'm on antidepressants. I'm fine. Yes, I will admit to you, like I was depressed at one point. I was really depressed. I had some dark ass thoughts, but then I talked to my doctor. He was like, look, you can do one of two things, or you can do both of them. It's really up to you. You can take antidepressants, or you can go to the doctor, or you can do both. And when I say doctor, I mean therapist, excuse me. So I decided to try antidepressants first, got on antidepressants. Now I feel normal. I feel completely fine. And they aren't doing anything to me. I don't feel sluggish. I don't feel tired. I'm completely fine. My body's fine. I'm healthy. Antidepressants are helping me.
I
Terrible.
feel,
Yeah.
Why did I do? Well, you know, when I was 9, get a life.
Yeah, that's really Prince Harry's book, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah, I could only get past the first 2 chapters. I was like, it should have just been called Privileged. You know what I mean?
And this is the thing.
These aren't even struggles.
And here's the thing. I think Margaret Thatcher said the best upbringing you can have is good parents and no money. Because you look at Prince Harry you can't talk about anything better for a perfect upbringing. Royal family, come on. It's not his fault, right? Royal family, fine. But he was supposed to have gone to the army. He went to Afghanistan and supposedly he fought, but obviously he didn't. He's the prince.
Played Xbox.
Of course, he just sat in the back. But if you don't give a man struggle, look what he becomes. Tell me the kind of man, if I were to say to you, imagine a man who's never struggled in his life. Physically, mentally, everything's gone perfect for him.
Okay, don't get me wrong. It's not like I disagree with this entire point. I do think that it is important for men or just people in general to struggle, because I mean that helps you deal with life, because eventually there's going to come a time where everybody has to go through or deal with some sort of adversity. And if you never dealt with it before, when it actually comes to you, you're not going to know how to handle it. So yes, I agree that people need to deal with some sort of hardships. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But they are saying that Prince Harry never had to deal with any hardship just because he comes from a royal family. I don't know enough about the royal family or Prince Harry enough to actually care or to even speak about the topic. But just because someone comes from the royal family doesn't mean they didn't have any hardships. Just because your hardships do not look similar to their hardships, that doesn't mean that they don't have them at all. Like they never dealt with anything just because they have money. I understand money fixes a lot of issues, but while money can most definitely fix problems, it can also create them as well. So just because you come from a wealthy family and you have a lot of money and you are somewhat privileged, that doesn't mean that you don't have some sort of struggle.
In the royal family, everything's been perfect for him his whole life. Is that the kind of man anybody respects? Is that the kind of man anyone wants to be? And struggle is subjective, right? So Prince Harry dealing with his current.
If struggle is subjective, then how do you know if he's struggling or not? You just said struggle is subjective. So why are you assuming that he didn't struggle? Like I'm so confused. It's like he's contradicting himself here.
Problems of his wife nagging. To him, that's full mental breakdown, right? My problems are obviously much larger, but struggle is subjective. To him, to us, they're almost on the same level. But if you were to compare them side by side, they're absolutely nothing. So as a man, you have to build resilience, and you build resilience through going through something and building a tolerance to it. And this guy's had such a privileged life that he's ended up a miserable, depressed, unhappy person. So this is what's actually very interesting. When men come to me or young boys come to me and talk about something bad that happened to him, I said, good. Absolutely and utterly good. You should be glad that thing happened to you, because that's the reason you're going to be the man who can resist the perils of life in the future. If bad things don't happen to you, you're going to end up like Prince Harry.
Keep in mind here, again, it's not like I totally disagree with what he's saying, but just imagine you go to Andrew Tate with your problems saying, oh man, my mother, my father, my entire family got burned alive because someone set my house on fire. Good. Good. You need to go through hardships. You need to go through ish. This is going to make you better and get rich and get money and exploit OnlyFans models and steal all their money and lie to them about doing their taxes. That is going to help you in life. All right. Now let's go manipulate these whores. Oh, snap. All right. I'm done with that conversation. They continue to talk about Prince Harry amongst other shit, but I don't think I can put myself through anymore. Guys, let me know what you think about this conversation. Do you agree with anything that they said? Do you agree with anything that I said? Please let me know in the comments down below. Again, don't forget, I am streaming tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. I will have a link to that in the description down below. Do not forget to join the Discord, share, like, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.